Hello and welcome to the first full video of NitroCanvas. Glad to have you here right now to see me how I'm able to make a simple brand for a coffee shop design brief. So let's get started. So right now I'm just trying to recognize the keywords that the brand wants. So I'm making a brand for a coffee shop named Brew Bliss. And they want a simple branding that embodies warmth and relaxation. So I'm trying to write down all the keywords that the brief mentioned. So minimal, warmth, relaxation, and earthy is actually one keyword that I really like here. And then, of course, it needs to be welcoming. So it's really important for this brand to have that, welcoming, simple feeling. So I try to emphasize that by summarizing the words that I have listed down right here. So the 5 keywords that I have are minimal, calm, earthy, warmth, and quality. Now, to start off, I aim to make 3 versions of font pairings for the brand. I'm using an AI assistant right now called DBlank to help me look for good suggestions on fonts. So I just typed in the prompt that I wanted for a Brew Bliss, and it gave me a few suggestions that I can use. I wanted to go with a friendly type of vibe for the fonts, so I went with this comical font. It feels handwritten and friendly to me to use as the primary typeface. And then I generated another prompt for the next iteration, and I got interested here in DM Sans. Then for the third one, I just went with a font that I think would go well for the vibe I'm looking for. The font is called Fig Tree, and it's like a very, very simple but very reliable type of sans serif font. Now for the colors, I was very confident with. I just needed an earthy type of palette for this one, so mostly browns, dark browns, beiges, etc. So yeah, I continued to use DBlank for this one, and I got to generate some palettes. This one I wasn't really keen on because it was like too brown, but the top color was very interesting to use as a darker primary color. I don't know, so after that, I just continued to generate on how I can improve the palette. Also, what's interesting about DBlank is that it shows sample mockups to see how the palette will work on real applications. So yeah, that's pretty neat. After a few changes, I settled on this palette of 4 colors. So there's 2 neutrals, which is like this white and black, and then 2 brand colors, one light brown or like beigeish brown or like khaki, and one that's like a darker wood brown. I think it was simple enough to be minimal, earthy, and easy to use for the brand application. So I got to work and I just applied it into the template that I'm using right now. Now, creating the logos is probably my favorite thing when it comes to creating brandings. I started off with the comical word mark and then started to look for good ideation and inspiration for the logos. I used this AI assistant called Playground to generate some logos to be used as ideas. I only use this to generate ideas that I have that can be probably described with words. So yeah, this is one of those AI tools that I try to use with my workflow. So yeah, now I got this candle type logo, but the styling of it looks really clean and simple. So I generated an idea for it, and then made Playground do its thing. So yeah, I like this steaming coffee bean idea. So I kept it, and then I continued doing a bit more explorations, like a coffee bean in a coffee cup, and then the steaming coffee cup concept which was very common, but I still added it anyway. Then I thought maybe a smiling coffee cup would look friendly, so I got this elephant outline logo, and it did look pretty cute and friendly, so I kept the idea. Then I just started to build the ideas in my head from there, using the ideas I used with the AI playground. First was the steaming coffee bean that I tried to pair with the comical font. I think it looked pretty decent with the steam lines and the uneven shape of the bean. Pretty simple and safe. Then I made a coffee bean in the cup logo. I tried using the palette on this one to see if it would work. Kind of worked actually, so I continued using it, but in a minimal usage sense to keep it, minimal. And then I used DM Sans here, but in a less bolder way to make it feel a bit lighter. Then the last one I think is probably my favorite out of all of the three. My idea here was a friendly looking coffee cup. I added some eyes to make it look mascot-y, and cute. Then I used the coffee bean in a cup idea from the previous logo. Worked out really well in my opinion. So I continue with it. Then I tested out some colors and went with fig tree for the word mark. Now I have these three iterations of logos in, I got it like less than an hour, maybe a bit more, like around 35 minutes. That's still pretty neat having like these three like decent logos. So yeah. Now for the final branding, I chose Figtree as the primary font, and then the body font was Didact Gothic. It was a pretty simple, straightforward to read font, and of course I had to choose my favorite logo, which was the friendly cup one. I added the palette down since I was already happy with the usage in them, and then I just finalized the type pairing and the usage. And here's the final output of the branding. I did all of this in around an hour. Typography, color palette, and the logo iterations. Yeah, pretty happy with my exploration on this. Hope all of you viewers liked and learned something from my process. And if you have any comments or feedback on my workflow, I would really appreciate and love reading them down in the comments. Well, that's all for my video today. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you all on the next one. Cheers.